Hello, my beautiful flowers. How are you? It's your girl Lotus. I hope everybody is doing beautiful, magnificent, extraordinarily extraordinant today. The sun is shining, it is beaming. I'm outside in the country with the dogs by the lake. I am like grasping all of this good energy right now. And I feel especially good because I had to it's sad to say this, but I had to get this energy back because I was a bit irritated the last few days. Specifically, not saying like things are going bad for me, things are going great, but I just came into contact with an energy vampire. Again, I came into contact with energy vampire, but why it was irritating was because I hadn't witnessed one in a while. I haven't dabbled in, I'm sorry, the sun is shining, but it's like my curls are coming back. I'm never bleaching my hair again. But anyways, like I came into contact with a energy vampire recently, and why it irritated me especially was, one, they knew that they were being an energy vampire. They finished off by saying it to like basically like admitting that they were draining me of my energy, admitting that they were, just being a succubus. They admitted to that. And two, there's things going on in my life that I do not make public, obviously. I'm trying to build up my online persona a bit more, but it's like I'm naturally not a person that's like, look at me, look at me, look at me. I'm a vibesy person. I need to be with the good vibes. I need to be with the good vibes. I only want to be surrounded by people who can, one, teach me, and two, like, elevate me. Well, I guess that's the same thing because when you teach, you elevate. But anyways, so yeah, it prompted me to just make this another, I guess I can call this another Manifest 100% video, even though I'll be talking about ways to avoid this certain type of person. Because after we were done with our conversation and whatever, I was just like, because they showed me vampirish ways prior. Like I knew of these vampire ways, but it hit a nerve and it triggered me. Hence why I'm doing this video. I always do videos on my experiences to help the collective. But it triggered me because I witnessed energy vampires within my own family, and that was upsetting. And also, I myself had vampirish ways without realizing it prior to my spiritual awakening, of course, and even after. But it's like the way that my mind is set, because it is a mindset, because all energy vampires are victims that choose to stay in the victim mentality, that choose to not be accountable for their actions that cause said like vampirish ways. Because, all energy vampires really do is complain about their problems and then be like, but I don't know how to fix it. But I don't know what to do. I guess I'll just be depressed about it. And it's just like, but you caused the problems, boo. You started it. You started it, and instead of acknowledging that you created your own problems, you blame other people. You seek new victims to validate your mess because you need validation. You need somebody to tell you that, oh, it's going to be okay. You're all right. It wasn't your fault. When you know damn well it's your fault, boo. You know damn well it was your fault, baby girl. And it's like, all right, but enough about that rant. I'm just going to go into the signs of an energy vampire. Because I'm not even going to tell y'all the story of my energy vampire meet and greet. I'll call it that. Like, actually, I'll just call it energy vampire exposed. When I exposed that energy vampire to my higher self, like, look, this bitch is an energy vampire. Like, you need to, you know, you need to not answer the messages anymore. You need to like steer clear. She's an energy vampire. Okay, one sign that you're dealing with an energy vampire, point blank period, they can't stand being alone. And, okay, but you might say, but I don't like being alone either. I'm an extrovert. I like company. Or, I don't mind being around people. Healthy. Absolutely healthy. We are social creatures. We enjoy... The fuck did I do to my... Oh, sorry. My phone just... I think it's still recording. Yeah, we enjoy social gatherings. We enjoy being social. Some may enjoy to be more social than others. Some people like to be alone more. But even the people that like to be alone do like the company of people they're close to, or once in a while do like being social. Completely natural. What's different with an energy vampire, though, is that they cannot be alone, period. And they cannot grasp the fact of being alone. They cannot communicate with their higher self. Because for me, everybody does need that alone time to just touch bases with them. Be alone and be like, oh, how are you? And it's like, you're talking to yourself in your mind, like you're touching base with yourself, like, oh, I'm good, this and that, da-da-da. Or am I not really good? All right, I'll fix that, da-da-da. Or you confined in yourself. You find source within yourself, which is the benefits of being alone. And then when you go back into social gatherings, you're more balanced and more stable and can add on to those social gatherings, add on to those social interactions, because you took the time for yourself to align with yourself, because you took that time to be alone. Whether it's finding the source in yourself, because you have the answers to all your problems. You just need to pause, look at yourself, look at the situation, look at everything and be like, this is what I should have done better. Moving forward, I'm going to do this. I should have done this, but I'm going to apologize. Or they did something too, so I'm going to tell them what I did so they could acknowledge. When you're alone and you find source within yourself, you solve your own problems. Energy vampires can't do that. They have to, which comes to the second point, they need to seek validation. They need to seek validation and run to any victim they can, run to anybody that they can try to. And it's not uncommon for energy vampires to fib the truth. It's not it's not uncommon for energy vampires to... Hi, baby. Oh, hi, mama. Did I poke you? It's not uncommon for them to fib the truth, stretch the truth to appease their narrative. I know y'all have seen that little meme. Well, it's not a meme, it's like a phrase all over social media talking about you have to admit that you're the villain in someone else's story. You have to admit, when you deal with the energy vampire, you're always going to be the villain no matter what. No matter if you go to them in a mature way, no matter if you really didn't attack their character, no matter if you just really, observe the situation, put their feelings into account, no matter what, with an energy vampire, you will always be the villain. To whoever they run to, you're going to always look like Mr. Mega Mind Mastermind. You're always going to look like freaking Gargamel. You're always going to look like, I'm trying to think of another cartoon villain. I can't at the moment. But you're always going to look like that. You're always going to look like that to them, no matter what. And number three, I wasn't even numbering them. I was just running off with stuff. And another thing with energy vampires is that they're obsessive. They're obsessive. Energy vampires, they will not... Well, you could change from being an energy vampire, obviously. And there are some traits that are energy vampire-ish. But the thing with energy vampires is that they don't let go of the messes they create. They try to create new ones because they need your energy. I don't, there's this like narrative that they have underneath that it's like, no matter if I'm getting attention or not, whether it's good or bad, I'm still getting attention. And that comes from like a place in childhood where they didn't get attention. So they try to fill a void. They try to fill a void like they caused the problems because they want the energy from the problems. They want the upset energy. They want the feistiness. They want the energy because it's like, oh, I started this, I riled them up, so it's like, but this is all for me because it's a sick, annoying, weird narrative. Oh, and another thing, you're dealing with an energy vampire. They're narcissistic and literally only come to you when they have problems or when they need validation for relationships, or so that they probably ruined already. They need you to be like, oh, tell me that she was wrong. Like, I'm sad about it, but tell me that he was wrong. Tell me that, because they did this and this. I did this, but they did this and this, so that's why I did it. It's like, they need that validation, that like, and they just suck you in. And it's just like, when was the last time you hit me up? Because unlike you, I go within myself to solve my problems. I got 99 problems that nobody knows about. You know why? Because it's nobody else's problem but my own. I'm not sitting here telling the world about what I stress about, that I try not to stress about every day. Because who is going to fix it? Nobody. Who is gonna rescue me? Nobody. Who is gonna come and be like, you know what? I'm gonna make sure that you're straight and mentally, spiritually, physically. Nobody. I gotta do that for myself. And energy vampires don't have that grasp. But don't get me wrong, like, I'm not saying that I'm like, I have a very tight support system and they know who they are. Shout out to the squad. Shout out to Kavala. Shout out to Wizzy D. Shout out to King Ron. Shout out to, my siblings, my support system, that I know that if, shout out to Zuxi, shout out to Gabadash, my support system, that I know that if I really am on the edge and I need to, express myself, I can do that. But are they my first, like, do I go to them for every single problem? Absolutely not, because they also have problems that they're dealing with. But the thing with my squad is that they know how to go in within themselves. Like, we might talk about our problems with each other, but we always talk about solutions. We don't just talk about problems. My squad always talks about solutions. So it's like, and you can't let an energy vampire into your squad or your energy or your aura, because they will not come with solutions. They will always come with problems. And it's like, those are the things you gotta look for. It's Kratos, by the way. Yeah, baby. Those are the things you gotta look for when it comes to energy vampires. They're everywhere. They are victims. They cannot stand to be alone. They're narcissistic. And they manipulate narratives completely. And this is Hera. Completely and utterly, they manipulate situations. And they take a lot of your energy. Because as light workers, you try to freaking heal whoever you can. But sometimes you can't heal everybody. People don't deserve your light all the time. Sometimes, you know who deserves your light the most? You. You need to be like, you know what I haven't done for myself in a while? I haven't taken myself out to eat. I'm going to buy myself flowers. I'm going to buy myself this new game because I've been holding myself up lately. I've been holding myself down lately. I'm going to treat myself. And that's what you do instead of freaking listening for hours to these energy vampires, period. Manifest 100%, period. That's it. That's it. I love you, my beautiful flowers. Mwah. I'll see you later.